With right now Dalton showing on the Echo, Tsuna on the Soldier. I'd be a little bit surprised if this is the composition that the Vancouver Titans choose to roll out with, but it's, you know, it's control. People always perma-troll in the spawn. Very interesting though, Hydration showing the Reinhardt, so maybe I'm wrong about that main tank preference.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily expected the Outlaws to come out here with Hydration on the Reinhardt, but the gates are opening, and that appears to be exactly what we are about to see. Titans, meanwhile, on the other side, right? The Winston. So the Titans can be far more aggressive here, Jake.
Both teams valuing the Echo, but Linkser on the Widowmaker. He's going to have a lot of space to work with unless Shredlock can get on him and shut him down. Soldier and Echo aren't the best heroes at challenging a Widow on this map. A lot of wide open spaces. Houston gets really aggressive to start the fight.
Houston moving their way in. Linkser finds Rolf, but immediately pays the price. Both teams 5-on-5. Dalton waiting in the back to get healed. Shredlock moving on forward, taking the opportunity, forcing the Outlaws back just a little bit. Shredlock now going to disengage a bit. Tsuna, though, caught. Both teams back and forth to start things out.
Yeah, that shot by Linkser, that couldn't be more impactful. He was instantly getting bursted down, but he somehow picks off Rule, and that's a huge game changer in this fight. No more Discord Orb to focus down these big tanks for the Outlaws, and they're cleaning up this fight easily. Hydration doing really well in this Rhine, but I really want to call back to that Linkser pick. I'm pretty sure he saved the mid-fight there. You know, everyone on the Vancouver Titans, all these mobile heroes dived onto the Widowmaker. But somehow, Linkser finds the Zen in that crucial moment. If he doesn't find that pick, I'm not sure Rolf goes down at all. And with the Discord, I think it would be a lot easier to take down Hydration and Meko in the fight. So props to Linkser under pressure in the toughest situation a Widow can be in, and somehow kills the most important target. So huge pick off by Houston, gets in the opening point and the pick.
Outlaws start out first, control the Titans, rolling back on over. And for the Outlaws right now, they can just play a little bit further back, Jake. Just play around Linkser, play around the McCree, and he gets Tsuna early! And that's already going to put the Titans in a really tough spot, likely a regroup. What
a nice setup by Jexa and Hydration. Hydration runs down mid. He doesn't have the speed boost because Jexa's on the flank, but they still work together by Jexa booping Rolf into that Reinhardt hammer, which is actually a huge play because Vancouver were doing a great job hiding on the edge of the map from that amplification matrix, and that's Houston winning a fight with only the amp matrix invested. Very efficient fight win. And Rolf especially very far behind on that Transcendence. So, for instance, when Meko has that Gravitic Flux ready, there's not really a clear counter on the side of the Vancouver Titans.
Titans gonna have Primal Rage for the next fight. Dante just again delaying, applying more pressure on the bottom, forcing a little bit of a rotation here from the Titans, and starting to run out of time. 61% to the Outlaws here so far. The Titans go for a longer rotation, still getting poked as they look to move in. Linkser, clear line of sight, going for the Deadeye. Tsuna already out of the fight, and Jake, it's been a tough day to run legs.
Yeah, the copied Primal does get shut down. Rolf trancing in. Vancouver, they need to commit to this fight, and at this point, they need a fight win. Hydration caught in the corner. They're probably going to fall. Huge shatter, though, and the Immortality Field keeping him up. He's getting so much value in the corner.
That was all Repel. Repel times the Immortality Field. Keeps Hydration alive just long enough to drop the shatter, and that's enough to keep the Outlaws in the fight. Now 92% to 0. The Titans, they're just in a rough spot now. Now they're looking for emergency delay, hoping for any form of miracle, but it doesn't appear to be happening. The Outlaws are in very firm control.
These tanks are so painfully low. Shredlock just can't get healed up. Tactical Visor from Tsuna could open things up. Dante falls, and this could be a moment for Tsuna to start taking control of the point. Hydration doing a great job delaying with the heals, and Jexa boosts Dalton off the map!
Ooh, not something we see happen to an Echo all that often. And the Outlaws right now, just easy clean up. The Titans, again, trying to do anything to keep the contest, but at this point, very likely about to be gone. Tsuna, some last moment heroics, but a little bit too little, too late. The Outlaws, very dominant round one, Jake.
And I have to say how wrong I was about Hydration. You know, I thought he'd be sticking more to those bread and butter sort of DPS-esque tanks, but he totally didn't. He performed really well on the Rhine, working well around the team. You know, he didn't have to go for any sort of super heroic plays. In this sense, he's not taking the Rhine mirror, which is, I think, where that main tank pressure really gets put on heavily. But at the same time, performing well, finding nice shatters, not overextending. Hydration looking really solid on the main tank, and Houston with 100-0 to open it up. You can't ask for better than that. And also, I think what happened with Jexa in that Echo copy from Dalton, I think Dalton was actually still in the Sigma copy. So when he got booped off the map, he actually couldn't use his flight ability. So there's a little bit of a vulnerability included with switching to a hero without that flight.
I have to ask you now, something that many people are probably wondering. Is the Soldier 76 a good idea?
You know, I'm not so much of a fan this week. You know, you've got all the hit scan in the pool, so why pick Soldier? You know, the sprint could be a little bit valuable, but when you get slammed by Hammond, there's no ability to sprint, right? You need to be in contact with the ground, and I feel like Linkzer's going to have a bit of an edge on this Ashe, but he could prove me wrong, could get a ton of value on heal station.
The Outlaws going to be playing this a little bit slower. They're running the Hammond, but on the same note, they need to keep Linkzer protected in the back. So definitely a slower setup for the Outlaws here so far. Titans looking for a way in. And Repel under very heavy pressure to start things out. Dalton was able to get in on him. And now Titans working on command advantage. Dalton can get away. Gets Jexep for good measure. And even though he falls, the damage has been done.
Yeah, that's a massive dive by Shredlock and Dalton coming together to pick off that backline, making that mid-fight look easy. I don't think that was really the Soldier versus Ashe difference. For me, that was more just on Dalton and Shredlock finding that initial opening. Hydration and Dante just weren't able to keep up in that instance with high ground control going to the Vancouver Titans. A little bit more difficult to dive them in that position than the Outlaws in the lower right. But Dante finds a hack onto Shredlock. Shredlock might be falling here. No, he gets saved by his team.
Does feed Dante a lot of ult charge, and at least Dante right now is getting things done because this has been a pretty dry round for Linkzer so far. Only 30%. Hasn't been able to find the angles on the Ashe just yet. The Outlaws, though, trying to move on in. Dante holding the MP, but he was hacked, taken on down. Shredlock finishes him off. That was a huge heads-up play by Dalton. Outlaws, though.
So painful for Dante to not be able to get his EMP off after charging in faster. That advantage a bit nullified, but Dalton does fall, which means he won't be able to catch up so easily.
Transcendence in here for the Titans as they look to keep control. The Outlaws still pressuring even through the Transcendence. Suna under fire in the back. Tac Visor not really doing a whole lot offhand. The Outlaws almost fully regrouped. Dante holding on to the EMP. Shredlock down, though. So the Outlaws might not need to use that just yet as they look to retake control. But the problem is the Titans are continuing to delay here, Jake. They have not given up the point just yet. Yeah, and with Rally almost online, this could be a potential turning point. KSAA does fall, though, while casting the ultimate, so going to be no Diva in this fight. Linkzer on the flank. That's a crucial kill. Now he's going to have a lot of space here to work with. Linkzer needs to do more, looking for the Brigida on the other side. And the Outlaws finally grind their way through, but that was really nice delay coming in from Vancouver. They bought themselves a very significant amount of time, and now it's up to the Outlaws to respond. Yeah, and with the Outlaws investing both support ults into that fight, they don't have a clear counter to this EMP from Dalton, so Jackson and Repel need to be very cautious. If they get caught by this EMP, it's going to be curtains for them, and without a backline, Hydration's Mines, I don't think they're going to have too much impact this fight. Rolf with his Transcendence online very, very soon. Dalton, EMP ready to go. Vancouver looking for the way in. EMP dropped, hits 3. Dante immediately taken down, takes a Helix Rocket right after. And now the Titans in a very good spot to retake. I don't think Houston can do much about it. And the Titans, again, gaining progress once more. And that puts the Outlaws in a one-fight margin. Yeah, they're going to have to retake here. Ooh, that's a huge pick by Linkzer, though. That opening is going to not only let him deal more damage, and with KSA low and no prospects to get healed, this is a key fight for the Outlaws. Linkzer picks off another. This should be a quick take with only the Transcendence invested. Linkzer with one pick after the other, getting the Outlaws back into the fight. This is exactly what they needed, but all the while, Vancouver still gets a little bit more delay, puts themselves in a spot where one more good team fight win might spell the end, so the Outlaws still need to be perfect for the rest of the map. Yeah, I think the critical ultimate here is going to be that Bob from Linkzer. They need to protect it, make sure it doesn't get attacked, but as I say, Linkzer's dropping very low. Lucky he's able to get saved by his teammates. But it's going to be, most likely, the minefield from Hydration is going to get countered by Rolf's Transcendence, but that should leave a bit of an opening for Bob. Same time, Suna with the Tac Visor could be the difference maker. Titans right now know they have a little bit of time, but that's not something they can rely on for long. You see the front line going in, Suna still in the back, just applying pressure. The Outlaws, meanwhile, hanging back on their own. Dante trying to build EMP. Linkzer hanging on to the Bob. And Suna right now, just laying damage from afar. Shredlock, though, gets caught. He's a little bit far out. And now the Outlaws very, very close to securing this round. The Titans are in real danger if they can't reset soon. Yeah, and here's where the value of that Ashe really comes into play. Linkzer just dealing so much more damage. Big EMP from Dante, picks off Rolf. Rolf not able to get the Transcendence off, and with time ticking low, I'm not sure Vancouver's going to get an opportunity to touch point here. This is great killer instinct coming in from the Outlaws. They saw they had an advantage, they went for the EMP, they took down the Zen, and they just take the Titans out of the fight, out of the map. The Outlaws take map 1. Yeah, that round started to look better.
for the Vancouver Titans, but a couple crucial mistakes. Shredlock getting hacked and picked off by Dante, I think really turned that round just completely the other way. Rolf was trying to hold Transcendence in the face of Hydration's Minefield, but you almost have to wonder, would it have been better to just invest that ult, push aggressively? Linkster just did so much more when he was holding point. The Ashe dealing way more damage than Soldier 76 is able to put out. I really think the Soldier is only getting more value when you're dropping that big heal station on, 4 or 5 players, getting a ton of value off of it. When you're just in that raw grind game, just dealing damage to tanks, Ashe has a huge edge there. So I think the Outlaws played to their strengths and were able to take the map because of it.
Yeah, not only that, I think for Vancouver, when they did have an advantage, they're a little bit tentative. They didn't push it, and the Outlaws, meanwhile, you saw the exact opposite. They chased it down, they finished out the map. But the Titans, they still have a few more maps left to go to see if they can make this into a series. We'll be right back.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Cheez-It Grooves. Deep flavor, deep crunch. It's a mind crunch.
And by Zip Chair Gaming, the official chair supplier of the Overwatch League.